Hello everyone, I am Pratap here. Today is 9th November 2023. Before we generate daily demand and supply zones, let us evaluate the performance of high liquidity zones generated in our previous report. So even before that, Nifty is still at weekly supply zone. It seems supply is very strong and not allowing the prices go up. At the same time, demand is also strong at this point of time, but supply is trying to consume the demand. So the next few days are going to be very interesting. So let us look into the stocks. The first one is Bank of Baroda, which is near the daily demand zone, but it is not entered into the daily demand zone. So we did not get the trade. The next one is BHEL. So we got an excellent trade today from the BHEL. And this is a fresh daily demand zone. There we found one fresh weekly, a fresh 75 minutes demand zone. So today prices entered into this and then reached the 75 minutes supply zone itself. How strong this high liquidity demand zone, this daily demand zone. It allowed the prices to reach up to the 75 minutes demand zone. After that, see the rejection and then how prices moved until this 75 minutes supply zone. Now this 75 minutes supply zone is holding. And this trade is 1:4.5, the risk reward. For one risk, 4.5 is the reward. And the profit, 24,150 rupees is the profit, which is 11.98% return on the investment during the intraday. Actually, it's a WIT trade. The WIT trade completed during the intraday itself. But unfortunately, my reports are generated around 10:30 a.m. today. I'm extremely sorry for that because I have to go to the marriage. It's a family function. But I know good number of trades you missed from our yesterday's report. Of course, even I missed. Even I couldn't trade anything. Because I came back, I came from the function at late night around 4 o'clock. I thought of getting up at 7 in the morning and generate the report and publish on the YouTube channel. And all of a sudden, when I got up, the time is around 10 o'clock or 10:15. Then immediately I downloaded the data. For the download itself, it takes around 5 minutes time. After that, generating the demand and supply zones, it takes 8 minutes time because the software do the top-down analysis for all the time frames. And then I published. Again, that takes some more time. Again, YouTube takes some more time for processing the video. So finally, by the time I publish the video, all these trades are completed. But anyway, let us see the performance of our software at least. So BHEL has given a very good return on the investment, which is around close to 12%, 11.98%. So next one is HDFC AMC. HDFC AMC is keep on giving some returns continuously for the last 1 week. Even today it has given. It is a little aggressive trade. If you would have taken this trade, you would have got 11,700 rupees profit, and which is 7.17% return on the investment. Why I am saying aggressive? Generally what we do, we will find a fresh demand zone at 75 minutes. Because this daily zone is a tested zone, let us go to the daily time frame. This high liquidity zone is a tested zone. So what is the rule? Either you have to go deep inside. If not, you should look for a fresh 75-minute zone that is created in the recent time. So that is what we found. The second one we found here. In the 75 minutes time frame, we found a drop base rally candle. This is a fresh 75-minute zone created recently. But as per our rule, when you have to take the trade, when the prices are just about to enter into this daily demand zone, there we take the trade to minimize the risk. That is one thing. But sometimes what happens? Prices don't reach. See, today that is what happened. Just before itself again, it turned up and moved up. That's why I'm saying aggressive. If you are an aggressive, already we minimized the risk. Drop base rally, we minimized. Instead of taking the entry at the zone high, we are taking type 2 proximal entry here. That way we minimized. But still we want to wait until the prices reach into the daily demand zone, the high of the daily demand zone. But prices turned up before. Why I'm saying if you would have taken an aggressive trade, before entering into this daily demand zone itself, if you would have taken an entry, that is an aggressive trade because you are accepting more risk. But this risk itself is minimal. One point we should observe, it is only 3,000 rupees risk. But reward you got 11,700 rupees, which is close to 1:4. Which is close to 1:4 risk reward. Close to something around 3.9 it will come. Okay, fine. 1:4, close to 1:4 risk reward. Okay, if you would have adjusted the risk up to this daily demand zone high, if you would have adjusted something like this, now you wanted to take a trade when prices enter into this daily demand zone, now you want to take a trade. If that is your trade plan, your risk would have been 1,500 rupees. And just because you want to be an aggressive trader, you don't want to take extra chances. Sometimes you know that the prices won't enter into the daily demand zone. Just before itself, it will move up. That is what happened today. So such kind of trade, you can call it as a little aggressive trade. For the risk point of view, risk management point of view. Because the risk is only 3,000 rupees, there is nothing wrong in accepting. Because all these days, it is giving a lot of returns. Every day, yesterday we have seen, day before yesterday we have seen, even previous 3 trading days we have seen. Even today also we have seen. So if anybody would have taken aggressive trade by accepting that 3,000 risk, today you would have got 11,700 rupees, which is 7.17% return on the investment for one future slot. So this is an excellent trade. But anyway, even I didn't trade any of these stocks. Everything happened between around 9:30, 9:45 time period. And next one is Tata Power. Wow, this is an excellent trade. We have a lot of learning from this stock. Let me show you. We have a rally, we have a base, and we have a rally candle with gap. It looks like excellent. And moreover, it is a high liquidity zone. But what happened? It is a fresh zone. Moreover, it is a fresh zone. It is stopped out. It stopped out. So that means we got our first stop loss triggered for during the intraday. First stop loss trigger for the last 2 months. Even I am waiting for that. Because every time for the last 2 months, when the trades we are keep on getting success during the intraday, I am praying at least one trade should be stopped out. Because the success is like that, sometimes we get fear also in our mind. It looks like Tata Power has given 3,000 rupees, 3,037 rupees loss it has given. That is a risk after fine tuning. But look into the lower time frames and tell me whether really we got the loss or not. Even before that, let me show you 75 minutes level. We will do the top-down analysis and then we will go from daily time frame. From daily, now I am moving to 75 minutes. 75 minutes, we have a rally candle. This is ERC candle. So, it is a leg in. 1, 2, 3, 4, we have a base candles. Then we have a leg out with gap. So, it looks like excellent. Moreover, this is a fresh stock. This is a fresh, the freshness is, it is not having any test so far. It is a fresh zone. So now first time prices entered into this. Now immediately in the first candle itself, 75 minutes candle, it is pierced. Okay, now let us see the one. Now this candle, now this zone looks like an excellent zone when you are looking from 75 minutes time point, 75 minutes time frame point of view. But to do the top-down analysis, go to the 15 minutes time frame. Next. Let us go to the 15 minutes time frame. See 15 minutes time frame. Do we have any zone here? We have a, see the structure of these candles. This is a leg candle, but it is not a leg out. But sometimes you can accept leg candles also if the size is not very big, even medium size leg candle, sometimes we can accept. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we have NRC candles. Here all these candles are looking like leg candles, ERC candle. So it's not very clear here. So for that what I did, I went to the 5 minutes time frame. Because 15 minutes is not very convincing zone I couldn't find. But still I want to look into the 5 minutes. Now 5 minutes, yes, we found a drop candle here. We have a base candles and then we have a rally with gap. Even though it looks like a base candle, but there is a big gap is there. So you have to consider this as a rally candle. That is a qualified, this candle is a qualified leg out. If you consider the gap. If you don't consider the gap, it is looking like a base candle. So that's why gaps are very important. Okay, anyway, it is a rally candle. So we have a leg in, we have a base, and we have a leg out. So is it going to be an excellent 5 minute zone? Yes, it looks like an excellent 5 minute zone. But count the number of candles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 base candles in the 5 minute zone. What happens if the candle count is more than 6? That zone is considered as a weak zone. What happens to the weak zones? Most of the times, the weak zones will be failed the moment. See how it is taken here. Within this 5 minutes candle, first 5 minutes candle itself, the entire zone is taken out. First of all, is more than 6 is allowed for the trade? It is not allowed for the trade. That's why top-down analysis is important. Few days back, you go back and look for the videos. Few days back, one of the videos I explained when a fresh zone can fail. If you would have attended that session, when a fresh zone can fail, it is not part of our regular free training program. I explained it as part of your daily demand supply zones report generation. I have given that explanation, a special session I have taken. Please look back a few videos back. You can find a video with a name when a fresh zone can fail. There I clearly explained. With the similar example I explained. Now today again same thing you have seen. So that is the reason why top-down analysis is very important before you finalize your trade. If you do such kind of analysis, definitely your 3037 excuse me, definitely you would have saved your 3037 rupees risk. You would not have taken the trade in this stock. You have other stocks in our list. We would have taken one of those stocks and we would have got an excellent profit. So that is the reason why I am not considering this is a valid zone for the trading purpose. Clearly we can tell this high liquidity zone will be easily broken. That is what it happened. There are two possibilities, like what happened, the zone will be broken, or after prices enters into this zone, institutes create a fresh demand zone and again they will push the price up. But that didn't happen today, so easily prices are broken. So according to me, this is not a valid trade. That means still we have to wait and look for when our daily zone is going to, during our intraday trade is going to fail. For the last 2 months, the intraday fail count is 0. So still it is getting continued. I am not considering this is a failure because we already had a discussion on this. I clearly explained when a fresh zone can fail. So it's not an acceptable trade. So it's not a failure from our side. And what is the next stock? Burger Paint. Excellent stock. Excellent trade. But it should be an aggressive trade. So we have a fresh 75-minute zone, high liquidity zone. Prices not yet entered into this. Previously what happened? The prices went up to this level and then came down. This is the indication that there could be an entry buffer for this particular stock. Maybe a week back or a couple of weeks back, I explained the entry buffer concepts introduced by NeoStock Software. If you would have considered, if you would have studied that particular concept, then today you would have taken this trade. That I explained how you have to accept the trades. But I need to minimize the risk. For that, what we have to do? You go to the 75 minutes, find the fresh zone. Here we have a drop, base, drop. We have a supply zone, 75 minutes, fresh supply zone here. Here a part of the zone is outside this. So for that what we did? Went to the 5 minutes time frame and studied. Is there any 5 minutes demand zone just below this daily demand zone which can act like a entry buffer? Most of the time lower time frames will support the entry buffers. There you will be having a lot of institutional pending orders. So here we have a drop, 2 base candles, again a drop. This is a leg in, we have a base and we have a leg out. See how prices came down from this. So here institutions might have kept so many pending orders. And the risk is also minimized now. But what you do when entry buffer is there, instead of taking the entry at the low of this daily supply zone, you will be taking your entry within the entry buffer itself, because entry buffer never allow you enter into your daily demand zone. Just before itself, it will push the price down. Exactly the same thing happened today. Just entered into the entry buffer. So it is entered into the entry buffer. And finally reached, this is the 15 minutes demand zone, because most of the times our prices will be reaching 15 minutes demand zone. So let me change the time frame to 15. So here we have a drop, base, and then rally. So finally it reached the target. If you want to exit before, here a lot of rejection just before entering into this. This is the first rejection. Next time, again prices reached here at 2 o'clock today, you would have exited near the low of this previous swing. In the previous swing, this is the low. And again, prices are entering because maybe there could be an entry buffer here, even at a 15 minutes level, just before it is pushing the prices. So that is an indicator. See, there could be just a difference of few paisa from here to here, maybe 10 paisa or 20 paisa difference. Just because of the 10 paisa, 20 paisa, you should not wait until prices are entering into this. You can exit just 10 paisa before. Maybe still if you want the 10 paisa profit also, maybe at 315 candle, it entered into this zone and your target is achieved. But according to me, the target will be somewhere in this candle. If we missed here, generally what happens when prices are about to enter into this demand zone, just maybe 10 paisa or 15 paisa or 20 paisa, before itself we will exit. Because if the demand zone is having so many pending orders, just before entering, it will push the price. That's why this is the rule. Generally, most of the demand and supply zone traders will follow. We don't wait till the proximal line. We just exit a few paisa before that. So in that way itself, around 1 o'clock, the trade would have been completed. If not, at 2 o'clock. Still you waited for the 10 paisa point. Still again it reached the zone at 315. But anyway, that is not important. Here, how much profit it has given. So it has given 18,480 rupees for burger paint, which is 13.5% return on the investment. Excellent. Today we got an excellent rates. But unfortunately, the report is generated a little late. It's my bad luck, your bad luck. Sometimes it will happen like that. We have to accept. That's why again and again I am telling sorry to you guys. Because it's a pain by seeing so much of profits, but that day not in a position to take the trades due to other reasons. Okay, the next one is the Zindal Steel. This is the last stock from our previous report. We didn't get the entry in this stock. Prices haven't reached into the supply zone even today because there is an entry buffer just before. If anybody would have, by looking into these rejections from this, because at the entry buffer session, I told you draw a horizontal line if more rejections are coming. This is the first rejection. This is the second rejection. Somewhere near that blue color line, you can take an entry here, provided if the risk management is within your limits. For that, you have to do top-down analysis. Then, if you can find a good zone at this blue color line, you would have taken. Today, you would have got some profit. But anyway, I didn't show much interest to analyze this stock because we got excellent returns from the other stocks. But let us wait. By the time it reaches into this zone, definitely this entry buffer will consume the entire demand. The moment prices entered here, we get a very big push down. We get a very good return. So wait and observe this stock. If the entry buffer itself push the prices down from here tomorrow, then we are helpless for that. But those who have taken this trade at this level, probably they could be the lucky people. Okay, this is about our today's trades. But I told you today morning in the video, I will explain this ABB. ABB is a good trade, intraday trade we got. But see what happened after that. In the today morning in the video, when I told you we already achieved intraday target, at the time price was somewhere here, near this demand zone price. But after that, what happened again? From this demand zone, a little below, it pushed the price and this entire zone is broken. But anyway, that is not our interest. Our interest is how much profit we got. Because we have already fine-tuned this zone few days back itself. But we are waiting for the prices to reach this. Even yesterday, prices entered into this but didn't reach to our level. Today it happened. See, this zone is fine-tuned, or yesterday itself, in the yesterday video itself, you can see this fine-tuned zone. But today it just entered and finally reached this. So what is our target here? Here, the zones are not very clear. What I did, I went to the 5 minutes. In this swing low, so this is the swing low. After that, again, a swing movement. So I considered like that, I went to the 5 minutes. At least till the swing point, prices will reach. So we have a ERC candle here in the 5 minutes time frame. Then we have a base candle and we have a rally candle, and then prices went up, reached here. 925 candle, it entered into this zone. Even 920 candle also it entered. If you miss again 925 candle, 5 minutes candle, again we got 2 entries. Then came at 955 candle, it reached the target. So that way ABB gave 8,375 rupees profit, which is 8.3% return on the investment. So even though you missed today's video, it came a little late, but from our yesterday's trades, still you would have got profit in this stock. ABB 8,375, intraday profit, 8.3% return on the investment. It is excellent. But what happened after, almost before closing the trading session at 3 o'clock 5 minutes? See, this is huge. It went there, again a rejection from here. Again it pushed it down, this supply. So got the second test and came back. If you look into 1 minute chart, you will understand in a better way. At 3 o'clock 7 minutes, we got the second entry. I know intraday traders don't dare to take a trade at this point of time, because we won't be having clarity. Again, it will reach within the same day. Maybe it will go down, and tomorrow again either it will go down, or maybe it will break and go up. Anything will happen. So we don't take. But again, if anybody would have gotten, let us assume within 10 minutes, sorry, within 2 minutes, not 10 minutes, within 2 minutes, this is a 1 minute chart. This is the first candle, got the entry, second entry, again went down. How much profit? Again, another 8,375 rupees profit you would have got. But this is not a valid intraday trade. So definitely we would not have taken, just we might have observed. But after that, again, see what happened prices. This time it is broken, third time. Institutions might have added a huge demand here, and completely all the pending orders in this zone has gone. So that way this high liquidity zone is broken. But actually, according to the daily time frame point of view, this high liquidity zone is a pierced. It is not completely violated. Price is not closed above. But pierced zones are also like violated zones. But why we use pierced zones? Because sometimes just at this point of time, because there is a rejection from here, we may find a new supply here, which is acting as a bull trap. It might have captured all the bulls, because stop loss hit here. What everybody will be doing? They keep on buying to exit from this trade. All these buy orders might have been consumed by this supply zone. All these buy orders are stop loss orders. So that's why the stop loss buy orders are called as bulls. Those bulls are trapped here. And how these bulls are generated? Because of hitting the stop loss. That way you will be using pierced zones. Pierced zones are mainly used for identifying bull traps and bear traps. I remember a long back, maybe something around 2 months back, I have explained how to trade with PSR zones in one of the videos. Probably you may find that video under the section under the playlist NeoStock terminology playlist, because we started this channel some around 2 months back or 2.5 months back. So at the time in the initial stage, you may find that video. Okay, this is about the trades from our previous report. Now let us get into generating demand and supply zones. Sometimes there is a slippage of words from my mouth when I involve too much in the video explanation, and I am pronouncing demand zone as supply zone or supply zone as a demand zone. Same thing happened even in today, especially between the time interval 18 minutes to 19 minutes. I pronounced supply instead of supply zone, I pronounced as a demand zone. So kindly excuse me. I will mention the same in the video comment section, the time intervals, so that you will not get any confusion. So kindly excuse me. I'm hoping that you will understand these mistakes and you will accept these mistakes. So I'm not re-recording the video because it is taking a lot of time to record again. So let us generate demand and supply zones for the daily time frame. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks which are near to the daily demand zone. So 8 stocks are listed where price closed near the daily demand zone. Now Tata Power is having another high liquidity demand zone. So that could be one of the other reasons why today's demand zone is broken. Maybe institutions are very clever. They are observing our actions. So this is the only high liquidity zone is available. This is again a fresh zone. Let's go back. For entry time frame daily, let us filter the stocks which are near to the daily supply zone. Any high liquidity supply zones? Yeah, first one, Nifty Financial Services. That is the index. Yes, this is HDFC AMC again. We have ICICI Prudential. It is already tested 4 times. So either you have to look for a deep entry or a fresh 75-minute zone. Then only you have to accept the trade. So you should not forget our rules. Next one is IDFC First Bank. This is a high liquidity zone, fresh zone, but it is having a rejection. So that means in lower time frames already some zone is tested, a 75 minutes level. So either you have to look for a fresh or a deep entry. So these are the high liquidity supply zones. So let us go back and for entry time frame daily, let us find the stocks which are closed inside daily demand zone. So these 13 stocks are filtered where price closed inside daily demand zone. Let's go back. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks where price closed inside daily supply zone. So total 49 stocks are there where price closed inside daily supply zones. Let's go back and find the tested zones. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the tested daily demand zones. So 9 demand zones are tested today. So in that BHL is one, we have analyzed. HDFC AMC is another one. So let's go back. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the tested daily supply zones. So let's go back. Let us find the newly created zones. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks having newly created demand zones. So these 12 stocks are having newly created demand zones. So let's go back. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks having newly created supply zones. So these 9 stocks are having newly created supply zones. So this is about the filtered list. Let me generate demand and supply zones for all the stocks for our reference purpose. So entry time frame is daily, generating all the stocks. So this is the complete list. I keep on scrolling this list down. In this list, first 17 are indices and remaining all equity stocks listed in future segment. So I keep on scrolling by giving few seconds time. So whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video and you can study the parameters for our further analysis. So this is the complete list of the stocks. I hope this information is useful to you. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.